my shoulders, I don't even know how I'm dealing. Feel like a part of me missing, and I've been looking around, but it's not in my vision. All that I got is earned, not given, but I feel locked down like my brain in prison. Spend a couple thousand to ease my mind, then I get it back, but I know I'm not fine. Everything built up all over time, but I gotta let it out, I can't hold it inside. Keep a smile on my face when they looking at me, but I know that's my only disguise. I be trying to get away from my problems. Yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. I'm starting to feel like I've been under pressure. I'm keeping my foot on their neck, I won't let up. I know when I fall down, I gotta just get up. I brush it all off, I'm better than ever. Been through a lot, but I'm never gonna settle. Know that I've been heating up like a kettle. Thinking back when I was studying dental, now I got plaques coming on the way, that's special. Yeah, they all come from my spot, but I never stop moving. Gotta do more when I feel like I'm losing. Putting in work, that's the only solution. You the only one who you really be fooling. Damn, trying to find peace inside my head. I've been talking to God, but I'm left on red. I ain't got time to be feeling upset, so I keep doing my best. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know men lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know men lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Ay, run it up, made a lot, but that's not enough. Got the labels all calling us, talking to me, but I hang it up, cause I got my fans and I'm proud of us. Never do it for the cameras, song a week and that's stamina. Keep it going, I'm an animal, I unleash when they let me loose. I've been ready since like '02, getting my bread, now how about you? 100%, that's all I do, so now please don't talk about me. Sold out shows, that's all I see, yeah, they said no I in team, so I gotta be MVP. Come on. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know men lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know men lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, never getting too cozy, cause they all coming for me. Used to sleep on the rollaway, now the whole team got the rollies. Roll deep in the Suburban, backseat and she working. This the life that I dreamed about when I couldn't pay the room service. Now it's electric curtains, but I still just scratch the surface. I'ma get right back to working, till I get my mom's the Birkin, till I get my pops the new bands, till I get my bro a few M's, till I got the whole fam, they ain't never gotta go to work again. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know men lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know men lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me, cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Let me tell you right now, I'm the realest. Ain't nobody else ever do it like I did it. I ain't really had a competition in a minute, and a lot of other rappers out here flying spirit. I'ma stay consistent, feeling like a man on a mission. Ballin' like I play for the Pistons, but I'm Blake Griffin. I'ma switch cities, doing shows. I be living on the road, going all around the globe. When it come down to it, I'ma never settle. I be trying to get the bands like it's heavy metal. I'ma put
What's up, motherfuckers? It's June 7th, 2021. Got a big show planned today. Welcome to GSR, Gonzo'S Sports Room. I'm Chris G. Steve is still on vacation. He'll be back for Wednesday's show. Not a whole lot going on today in sports, but weekend was pretty packed with sports. So we'll break down that, talk about some of the stories, or a few stories in sports that are out today. Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on in sports today. One thing we do have in sports today, there's 2 NBA basketball games. You have game 2 of the Bucks and the Nets tonight, and then you also have game 1 of the Nuggets and Suns. And that's the only NBA tonight. Baseball, there's only 3 games tonight. You have the Marlins and Red Sox, Royals and Angels, and then the Cubs and Padres. And then there's also a couple of hockey games. So there's a little bit of sports on today, but just not as big selection as we've been having. It's starting to get that time of year where it's just going to get down to basically baseball. But a lot of big shit happened over the weekend. Let's start with the golf Memorial Tournament. Jon Rahm. All right. I just had to make sure everything's working. Like I said, welcome to GSR, Gonzo'S Sports Room. But yeah, let's talk about golf this over the weekend. You had the Memorial Tournament. Jon Rahm had a six shot lead going into with 18 holes left. When he finishes his round Saturday evening, PGA informs him that he had tested positive for COVID and he had to withdraw from the tournament. He would have went into Sunday afternoon with a chance to win the Memorial 6 shots ahead of everybody, and he had to withdraw. You win that tournament, that's about $2 million. That's not counting that's just the money. That's not counting the FedEx points that you lose, because you gain the FedEx points to try to qualify you up for the FedEx Championship. And the way I'm understanding that just counts as a withdrawal, so he won't get those points. Plus he lost $2 million. Of course, you have a lot of people going crazy, blaming him because he didn't have a vaccine. If he would have hurried up and got the vaccine, he wouldn't have had this problem. But my thing is, earlier in the season, they thought a couple people had it, and they let them play by themselves. Why couldn't he have went out early Sunday early Sunday and played around by himself, carried his own bag, not have a caddy? They've done that before in the PGA, so I don't know why they couldn't have done that here. But, hey, I mean, protocols are protocols. I mean, it just sucks because Rahm was going to win that tournament. Tournament ended up with a good finish, though. Patrick Cantlay ended up winning the tournament. Him and Morikawa had to play a playoff hole. And Cantlay hit a 12-foot putt to save par on the playoff hole. And Morikawa missed from about 6 feet. So Cantlay won the playoff hole and won the tournament. But both of them shot 71 on Sunday. So neither one of them lit it up Sunday. So if Rahm just would have played par golf on Sunday, he was going to win that tournament. 'Cause like I said, he had a 6-shot lead. So that kind of sucked. You had that going on over the weekend. Then some big news in the NFL came out yesterday. They've been talking about this morning. Julio Jones is now a member of the Tennessee Titans. Atlanta traded him to Tennessee for a second-round pick and a future 4th. And Tennessee got Julio in a 6th-rounder. This surprised me. Not so much that he went to Tennessee, but what he went for. I can't believe Julio was only worth a second and a 4th. And if it only took a second and a 4th to get Julio Jones, why in the fuck wasn't the Colts in on trying to get him? I heard from Wade N. Rappaport was talking on earlier on TV. He never even heard the Colts name in it at all. But not even the Colts, any of these teams. A second and a 4th for Julio Jones? I don't understand it. Why not? People say, oh, he's old. He don't play a lot. Last year he played 9 games. If you look at the other 5 years coming up that he's played 15, 16 games every season. And he had 700-something yards, like 771 yards in 9 games last season. He finished the season, that's going to be another probably 1,400-yard season. You're telling me that you're keeping a second-round pick and a fourth-round pick in a draft is more valuable? How many second-round picks turned out to be Hall of Famers? Julio Jones is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Yes, I know he's 32, but he's a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Has showed no signs of slowing down. Yes, he missed a few games last year, but it ain't like it's been every year that he's been hurt. I just think there was value there, especially at that second round, the second or fourth. Because most second-rounders aren't going to be a Hall of Famer. Who are you going to get in the second round? You're hoping you get somebody in the second round that can turn into a top receiver or maybe your great number 2 receiver. But in the second round, I mean, there's exceptions to everything, but most time you don't find a future Hall of Famer. So I was disappointed that the Colts wasn't more aggressive in getting him. I mean, I'm a big Colts fan, but any of the teams. And now that changes the landscape of the AFC South. Tennessee Titans have Tannehill, who's been playing a lot better. Then they also have Derrick Henry. Now you're going to have A.J. Brown on one side, who's a solid good receiver. And then you're going to have Julio on the other side. I mean, Tennessee's offense could be scary. So, and you have to respect the run because of Derrick Henry, and it sucks. Because I don't understand how, if you're the Colts or if you're Jacksonville and Houston, how do you let Julio go to Tennessee for a second-round pick and a fourth-round pick? You have to me, you offer something to keep him away from Tennessee, especially if you're a team like the Colts. You just brought in a new quarterback in Carson Wentz. You have T.Y. signed for another year. And then after that, you have young receivers. You have Pittman. He showed some sparks last year that he might be a guy. Paris Campbell's looked good, but he ain't played more than like 1 or 2 games in the season because he keeps getting hurt. So if he can stay healthy, we have fucking good backfield. Got Marlon Mack coming back, which surprised. I can't believe we kept him. And then you have the rookie from last year, Jonathan Taylor, who's a fucking monster. So I don't understand why not. You're telling me that a second round pick was worth more than that on a veteran receiver on a younger offense like that can not only help your other receivers, but it's also going to help your quarterback. It's going to help your running game. It's going to help everything because people, just Julio being lined up out there, the defense has to pay attention to him. I mean, there's no other way around it. I think a lot of teams fucked up. I really do, but we'll see how the season goes. I mean, hell, Julio might not come. I mean, maybe Julio might not stay healthy, and then these other teams are going to be like, see, that's why we didn't trade for him. The Titans also made another signing over the weekend. I was interested in. They signed Adam Kuhn, going to be a guard, play offensive line. Kuhn didn't play football in college. He was a wrestler for the University of Michigan. Kuhn was find it real quick. Kuhn was a 3-time NCAA All-American in wrestling, and he was a 2-time finalist. He lost twice in the finals. He's been a Greco-Roman world champion. I mean, he's just huge. And I mean, he's good with his hands. I think he's going to be a good fit there in Tennessee, especially with the running backs they have. He's a big athletic dude. Quick feet. A lot of people aren't going to know who he is because, like I said, he didn't play college football. He was a college wrestler. Real high-level wrestler. So I'm interested in how that works out. But then they go get Julio Jones to add to that offense. I don't know, just Tennessee getting Julio sucks for the rest of the AFC South, knowing, especially as a fan, knowing that it only took a second-round pick and a future fourth to get him. Yeah, that just seems too cheap. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. Talk some Paul Mayweather recap from last night. We'll talk a little bit of Reds baseball. Reds swept the Cardinals over the weekend. We'll recap the UFC. I'll give you guys out the picks I gave out this morning on Easy Money. Before we go to break real quick, don't forget, we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. And then also every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we're live with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, our sports talk show. Also follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez or at Gonzalez Sports. Check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of content on there. Please hit that subscribe button and that bell. But we'll be back here in just about 3 or 4 minutes. Appreciate you guys joining us. Enjoy this clip. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Thank you. That guillotine.
Yeah.
And once your arms get dead, dude, them punches look like they're in slow motion.
Yeah, it reminded me of that famous Chris Gonzalez fight at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
I got in there and fought a dude as big as Brandon. I weighed 123, supposed to be fighting 138. I've been drinking since like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I can't believe you did that, dude. I'd have did anything to see that. I'd have did anything to see it.
Well, they went and got me shorts and shit. I quit drinking, started drinking Coke. And we went upstairs, and I changed.
Started drinking Coke.
Oh, yeah. Although why I didn't drink water.
Just put a cigarette out.
We're upstairs in this room, and I'm getting warmed up. They said, okay, some music comes on, and it was him coming out, but I couldn't see him because there was a big fucking backboard from like a basketball goal when you walked out of that room. So they play my music, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I look up in the cage, dude.
Get Chris feel the
And
floor shaking.
this motherfucker Brandon the size, so he's about 155, 160 pounds. Talking about he was 138. But I'm thinking, I'm walking to the cage. You know what I mean? Music's on, everybody's looking at me. I was like, well, I got to fight the motherfucker now, or I'm going to look like a little bitch. So I get in there, dude. I had boxers on. They bring me a cup. I didn't have a jock strap or nothing. So me and my Uncle Steve, which is these two's dad, we went in the bathroom and we switched underwear. I took his underwear. He had some fucking whitey tighties.
Dad known for wearing the whitey tighties.
Hey, I put them motherfuckers on, put on the MMA shorts, shoved that cup in there. We're fighting, middle of the fight, the fucking cup falls out. Oh, shit. I said, oh, that's mine. I put it back in. We started fighting again. Dude, I had no business being there. First round, I tried to take him down. We kept bouncing off the cage, and he got me down and had my back, and I was fucking like balled up, almost in the fucking fetal position. He elbowed me 3 times on my fucking ear. Hurt like a motherfucker. But I felt him go up again. I'm like, you're not doing that shit again. So I turned into him, got a single leg, and I got my hips under me. I picked him up, slammed him, got him in the rear neck and choke, and the fucking bell went off for the end of the first round. I was dead, dude. I rolled over, and I was laying there. And
Chris said, hand me a cigarette.
Damn, I need a cigarette right now.
dude, like right here,
It's over. Throw in the towel.
yeah, like right here beside, on the other side of the cage was my Uncle Steve and this guy I worked with when I was working at the prison. And they threw me a bottle of water. I'm still laying there. I didn't even get up. I was like, leaned over a little bit, got a drink of water, threw it back to him. Ref, so you ready? I said, yeah. I stood up and they rang the bell. Well, my Uncle Steve was telling me in the corner the whole time. He said, he knows you're going to shoot because that guy's coach was Steve Fritz. You two might not know him. I think Brandon might. He might be old enough to know him, but he was a wrestler for Southside. Well, he was running this, like one of them MMA school things.
Yeah.
And he was this guy's coach. And he was telling that guy, he's a wrestler, stay away from him. So getting ready to start that second round, Steve goes, hey, he knows you're going to shoot. Fake a shot and punch him. So I go fake a shot, get ready to punch. Next thing I know, here comes a fucking head kick.
Oh, shit.
Well, I catch the leg and take him down, but I end up in a triangle choke. And I couldn't fucking breathe, but I circled out of it, blasted this motherfucker right in the nose, and looked at the ref and said, I'm done. They rang the fucking bell. I got the last hit in, so I'm done. They rang the bell. I got the fuck out of there, dude. My buddy was waiting in the cage side, handing me a beer.
Handed him a beer,
Dude, I was so fucking hot. So I went outside. This is like in November here in Indiana. It was cold as fuck. And I'm sitting outside in nothing but them fucking MMA shorts and a beer sitting beside me. I still felt like 100 degrees. Finally, I cooled off, went and changed, watched the rest of the. I was like the third, fourth fight of the night. There was still a bunch of fights to watch. So we watched all the fights. Hell, we ended up going to a bar. After that, I woke up next day, my neck was purple, my ear was purple. I couldn't hardly turn my head. It was fun, though.
Moral of the story, people, is Indiana MMA has come a long way, and I think Casey Kenny has proved that.
Casey Kenny's representing.
And also the other moral is don't get drunk and get in the fucking cage.
No.
3 and OT. Let's go. That sounded a little close for my liking.
Sounded like it hit a fucking pole or something too. Did we just catch gunshots live on the stream?
Hell yeah, we did.
From the mean streets of Muncie, Indiana, on a Friday night, we
On
hear
the
about
south side.
we hear about 10 pop, 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 pop. Yes, that you heard right. It was some live gunshots on.
Are we hearing a car drive by? That was a Kia Soul, wasn't it? Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If we got a, you know what I'm saying?
It sounded like it was. All right, welcome back to the show. GSR Gonzo Sports Room, Monday, June 7th, 2021. Let's get back to talking. Let's go back to talking some NFL football. We've been talking about Julio. Hold on. All right, here we go. Yeah, we were talking about Julio, but now let's move to a different player. Let's move to Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't report to the to minicamp tomorrow, he'll have to pay $93,000 in fine or in money back in fines for not coming. I don't see any way Rodgers is going to show up. I think it's done. Some reports came out of Green Bay on Friday after we'd ended our show that Green Bay would be going to be willing to trade him basically if he's going to dig in and not going to play. But then you had Murphy from the Green Bay come out and kind of try to divide the fans, saying that this was dividing the fans. So he was kind of trying to make the Packers look better that way. You say, oh, look, we tried to do this, but Rodgers done this. But I think Rodgers done Green Bay. I don't see any way he's going to go back there. I don't think he's worried about the money. I honestly think he'll sit out and retire before he plays in Green Bay again. Peter King from Good Morning Football, I believe it is, or I can't remember who he's with now, but he said that he thinks the Packers could and Rodgers could come to some kind of agreement that Rodgers plays this year and then that the Packers will trade him next year. I mean, that sounds like a decent idea, and that sounds like a way to kind of mend it, and they can just play like a spite season where neither one of them, he don't like the organization don't like him, but he's still going to go out there and play hard for his team. But my only thing with that, well, I don't think that's going to happen, is that's too much risk of an injury. What happens if Rodgers gets injured? Then they're both of them are fucked. Because then Rodgers' trade value isn't going to be worth nothing, so they're not going to be able to trade him. And Rodgers isn't going to have the leverage he has now. I mean, he's coming off an MVP season. If he's coming off an injury, it's a totally different situation. It's going to be a totally different conversation around it. If Rodgers is hurt, his value is way, way down compared to what it is right now. I mean, right now he was the MVP of the league. So right now his trade value is as high as it's going to be from now until he retires. Hell, he's 36, 37 years old. It's not like he's a younger guy. I mean, this is the experience. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he still has another probably 3, 4, maybe 5 years of good football. But the team is going to have to support him, and I don't see any way he's going to suit back up in Green Bay. I could be wrong. I figure we'll hear a lot more about that tomorrow, because that's when he'll get fined if he doesn't show up, and I don't think he's going to show up. So there'll be a lot of news on that tomorrow. We'll get more deeper in that on Wednesday. I still can't I'm gonna go back to it for a minute. I still can't believe that these teams let Julio go to Tennessee for a second and a fourth. I don't understand why more teams went in on Julio. What was the reservation? If it was just injuries, if you look back at it, yeah, he only played 9 games last year, but before that, the last like 5-6 years, he's played 15, 16 games every season. I don't know. I'd have gave up a second and a fourth and a heartbeat for Julio Jones, but maybe that's why I'm not an NFL GM, and some of these other guys are. Another topic. Let's move on to real quick because it kind of ties into where we're getting ready to go. Ariel Helwani's leaving ESPN. Reports are ESPN offered him another contract. He turned it down, wants to go explore other options. I'm interested to see where he's going to go, where Ariel ends up. I think he's going to just be out on his own, start putting out his own content, which I think will be awesome because when Helwani is on ESPN where he has to be the PG Disney guy, when he can just be Helwani, he's fucking funnier than hell, and he's a smart dude. So I'm hoping that he goes out on his own and just starts creating his own content. But there's been rumors that he's talked to Action Network, Bellator, and there was another network, but I can't think of it right now. But I'm hoping that he just starts creating his own content, and we'll see where that goes. But speaking of that, since that's with in the fighting realm, we had a UFC fight night on Saturday night. It wasn't a lot of big name card. There was some interesting matchups. Wasn't a very exciting card. I think there was only a couple knockouts. 2 knockouts there at the end. Rosenstruck knocked out Sakai with like a second left in the round. Hit him with the big right and dropped him with like a second left in the round. And Tybura knocked out Harris. But there really wasn't a great card. There was a women's fight on there. I don't have the names here in front of me. But that was actually the first. It was the first fight of the night. It's supposed to be in the main event of the prelims. But when the fight, it was Latifi and De La Rosa. And De La Rosa, De La Rosa controlled most of the fight, ended up winning it. But they went at it. It was probably the most interesting fight of the night. Now this Saturday is the pay-per-view card I've been waiting for. I think this has the makings of being the pay-per-view of the year. You have Adesanya against Vettori 2. First fight was real good. This is going to be a good one. And that's for a championship. Then you also have another championship fight with Figueiredo against Moreno. And that first fight was a straight war. I can't wait till that fight Saturday night. And then you also have Edwards against Nate Diaz. I'm a big Diaz fan. I can't believe they have Diaz as like a plus 400 underdog is what it was at earlier. Let me see if that's changed. Don't get me wrong. Leon Edwards he's a real good fighter too. But I think Diaz is going to take it to him. But I've always been a big fan of the Diaz brothers, and I don't know. I like how they talk shit, but they'll back it up. But then after the fight, they're always respectful, no matter what happens. I like their attitude. Hey, they're both. Diaz isn't going to lose because of fatigue, because the dude's in shape, and he's a hell of a striker. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. Them two are going to go in there and just swing. This, like I said, this card, in my opinion, might be the card of the year. Okay, I'm going to pull up them odds real quick. Because, earlier they had Diaz as a plus 400 underdog. And that, to me, that's pretty good value. I'm not saying Diaz is just going to walk through this dude, but Diaz has a chance to win the fight. All right, so first fight on the main card is Jamal Hill against Paul Craig. and Hill's a minus 320 favorite. Then you have Belil Muhammad against Damian Maya. Belil Muhammad's minus 250 favorite. Damian Maya's plus 188 underdog. Then you have Diaz against Edwards. Diaz is plus 400. Edwards is minus 650. It blows my mind that Nate Diaz is that big of an underdog. I'm definitely probably going to sprinkle a little bit on Diaz there at plus 400. I look for that to move down as the week goes on. Then the co-main event, you got Diverson Figueroa against Brandon Moreno. Like I said, last time these two guys fought, it was a fucking war. Figueroa is minus 250 favorite, and you get Moreno at plus 205. And then the main event is Adesanya against Vettori, and Adesanya is minus 270 favorite, and Vettori is plus 200. Like I said, there was some that fight, last time they fought was real good. Both these rematches are going to be good. Figueroa, Moreno, and Adesanya and Vettori. I'm looking for both them, but then Edwards and Diaz, I think it's going to be a war, and I just can't. Still blows my mind that he's a fucking plus 400 underdog. And then, let's see, that's on the 19th. Who's the main event of that one? Oh, that's that one with Jung against Ainge, Volkov against Gain, Burns against or that's another one. Volkov against Gain, and Ainge against Sung Jung. That's the next week. But yeah, the card this week should be a real good card. Like I said, the Saturday's card, it wasn't terrible, but it just, there wasn't a whole lot of excitement in it. All right, but let's move over to the NBA. Yeah, the NBA playoffs over the weekend. Saturday, Nets beat the Bucks in game one of that series, 115 to 107. James Harden went out in the first minute of the game with a hamstring injury. He's already been ruled out for tonight's game. Game two's this evening. And then yesterday, on Sunday, you had the Hawks-Sixers game one. Hawks won 128-24. I think the Sixers are in trouble if they don't have Joel Embiid. I mean, I just don't see who's going to be able to pick up the scoring. And Trae Young's he's been on fire here in the playoffs. And then you also had Mavs-Clippers yesterday, game 7. And finally, the home team won a game. Clippers won 126-111. That's the first game the home team's won in that series. So the Clippers move on to play the Jazz. You have the Nuggets and Suns. Nuggets and Suns start their series tonight. I like the Suns tonight. Booker has been fantastic this in the playoffs this year. Ayton's been playing good. Chris Paul's been contributing. They play team ball and they play defense. I can see the Suns winning the championship this year. Bucks Nets. I like the Bucks tonight. Chris Middleton has to play better. He shot 6 of 23 and had 13 points in game one. I look for him to have a bounce back game. He has a bounce back game tonight. Giannis had a solid game one. And they need Drew Holiday to step up too. But I like the Bucks tonight. I think they're going to even the series 1-1. That's the only 2 games in the NBA tonight. And while we're talking that, like I said, I like the Bucks and I like the Suns. And then Tuesday in the NBA, you have the Hawks and Sixers, Clippers and Jazz. Hawks are 5-point underdogs. I like the Hawks +5 here. Like I said, without Embiid, I think the Sixers are in trouble. Then you have Clippers and Jazz game 1 tomorrow. This is going to be an interesting series. I like the Jazz. I think the Jazz has a little bit deeper bench now since the Clippers have traded a lot of their players away. And then tonight we have 3 baseball games, Marlins and Red Sox. I stayed away from that game betting wise, but I would lean toward the Red Sox. The over-under in that game's like at 9.5. I think I like the under. Then you have the Royals and the Angels. I like the Royals in this game. They're hitting 262 in their last 15 days. That's the best of the season. They have a pitcher making a debut, but the guy in his last 5 starts this year in AAA, he has a .85 earned run average, and the Angels have just won 3 of their last 10, or 3 of the 10 starts that this pitcher's had. That Bundy is starting for them, and Bundy's 0-6, and he has a 6.49 ERA. So I like the Royals there, and I like the Cubs against the Padres tonight. Olze for the pitching for the Cubs has a 1.53 ERA, and last time the pitcher for the Padres pitched against the Cubs a couple weeks ago, he gave up 4 runs in 5 innings against the Cubs. So that's a little recap of the NBA and what I liked in the betting today. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with talk some Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. So enjoy these clips, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Damn it.
Look, crowd on their feet.
What a first round.
They was loving that first round.
What a first round. Fuck, I wish it would have ended.
I thought you had it.
Damn it, dude.
Man, I was about to go crazy. Damn.
I thought we were getting our money back.
I thought I was too. I thought I was at least going to get my money back. Damn it, man. See, I feel like that right there, even though, it didn't really hurt him, but it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, took him down. That right there is like getting crossed up in the NBA.
Ooh, right there's where he cut him with that left. I thought he was in trouble right here.
Oh, that didn't feel good.
You know that had to hurt.
That might have been when he cut him open. The back of his head hit his eye. You know what I mean?
Oh, oh my God.
Oh, so close. So close. But I mean, he
call
see, right
it.
there you had to probably call it. But then he starts kind of defending himself
but he was moving his head.
I like the no call, but I wish they would have called it for my bet's sake.
Yeah.
Bet's sake, you want Chandler just to finish it there?
Yeah.
For, you know what I'm saying?
All right, start round 2.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit! Oh, there hurts Chandler.
God damn.
Oh shit!
Oliveira's piecing them up. Oh shit!
It's over.
Oh, come on!
It's over.
You just stop it on that, but you just stop.
Oh,
fuck out of here!
Wow!
How you gonna let dude do that?
Wow, son of a bitch!
Wow!
And he jumps out of the cage and goes talks to Dana White.
Dana, I'm gonna suck you off tonight. Thanks for this chance.
Where's he going?
Wow, man!
I'd just leave. if I was. I'll probably.
Look! The security's chasing him. He's trying to go celebrate with the fans. They're trying to not let him. He was going over somebody. They're trying to keep a hold of him. Look! They're still trying to pull him back.
This sucks. That hurts the heart, man.
Damn it, man. I hate to see that.
I hate to see it. Damn.
That first round was crazy, and then he hurts him. Fuck.
God damn.
Wow. Chandler just couldn't fucking.
He was so fucking close, dude. Done a good job in the first round, not being up against the cage. A lot better job than he did the first round.
I kind of give him the first round.
Man, it's close.
Oh,
Man,
no.
it's super close.
I think Usman edged out the first round. I think it was close.
Being the champion too,
Yeah.
they give him the edge anyway.
I think
They're gonna give him the fucking edge.
around that close is going to go to him. I think.
Jorge looks like he's waiting
Oh!
for a counter punch.
Look at it, dude. I love it, dude. I love it.
Hands down, smiling at him, shaking
about
the
got
head.
He knows how to sell a fight.
Knocked him the fuck out!
No way!
With the right!
Hey, plus 320, dog.
With the fucking right hand! You had it?
Plus 320.
Let's go.
Let's go. I told you. Usman wants that knockout.
Oh, we knocked him the fuck out, dude.
I had
with that
Usman by
right.
TKO. Let's go.
Knocked him the fuck out with that right, dude.
Man.
Wow.
Dude.
And I was just talking.
Masvidal ain't never been hit like that.
No.
When's the last
He
time
ain't
he's been finished? That's what.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Usman is, bro, on another level.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying, man.
Hey, that killed me getting my insurance back, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. That was worth it.
Look at him. Look at him talking that shit. There we go.
Get that shit.
Oh shit, dude. He's hurt.
Oh,
He's hurt.
Masvidal's still not up to his feet. He's on his knees.
Bro,
He's hurt.
Did you see
Dude, that
his
was a
head
shot.
snap?
Oh yeah, wait until I show it in slow motion, dude. He fucking about took his fucking head off,
Hey,
dude.
there it is. Look.
Wow.
That was one.
That's when you show the respect right there.
That was one of the cleanest.
Dude,
that was one of the
Masvidal
cleanest-
Yes, Masvidal just lost.
Out.
Just
The surprise in there.
this motherfucker was like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
I got some.
This guy
Hey,
little
this is
surprise.
the first time since I've left the stream we did.
You didn't
That's
see
pretty-
nobody down there and just like, hey man, what's
Hey,
up, bro?
Well,
Hey, that string done decent.
did it? I
All right, here we go.
on the beach there was
Weidman
these
Let's
Hall.
go, Weidman Hall. Let's
three
go.
dudes that was rolling up.
Come on,
the beach.
Weidman.
She just went up to him.
I've always been a Christian.
Oh! No, he just
His fucking leg.
Oh my god! How did he just do that?
Dude, you know how fucked up that is?
Two in a row.
No, here's how fucked up that is too. Anderson Silva's leg done that when he kicked Weidman. That one.
He didn't even want to win that way. Look at him.
Remember when Weidman beat Anderson Silva, and Silva's leg done that,
Yeah.
and that was against Weidman. Now Weidman's leg does that. That's fucked. All right, welcome back to the show. June 7th, 2021. Here on this Monday. Hope everybody's getting the week started off good. We're going to talk a little baseball real quick, and then we'll get to Logan Paul and Mayweather. Give a shout out to Bazanji for the song "Bet on Me." Let's talk a little baseball. Cincinnati Reds. On here, most people I live here in Indiana. Most people are either Reds fans or Cubs fans. I've been a Reds fan since I was a little kid. Pete Rose has always been my favorite player. But let's talk about the Reds for a minute, because the Reds accomplished something this weekend. The old Red Legs that hadn't been done in 30 years. Reds swept the Cards in a 4-game series in St. Louis for the first time since 1990. Hell, they tried to blow the game yesterday. They were up 7-0 in the 6th inning. Take out the starter. Bullpen gives up 7 runs in the 6th inning. Tie the game up 7-7. Then Winker hits a home run in top of the 9th. Put the Reds up 8-7. Cardinals come up bottom of the 9th. Get runners on 2nd and 3rd with no outs. And somehow the Reds got out of the inning, didn't give up no runs. So the Reds got lucky to win the game yesterday. Bullpen has to get better. We're starting to hit the ball better. That was big. I mean, we were 5 games back of St. Louis going into that series, and we swept them. Now we're even with them in the loss column. Reds have a day off day, and we start back up tomorrow. But the Reds have won, 5 of their last 6. They're starting to get hot. Hopefully it carries over. I mean, especially in these division series. You got to win these divisional series. Now we're right there with our division. We're only 1 or 2 games back. We got to be 500. We're 500 now. We got to be 500 or above 500 by All-Star break. If we can be above 500 at the All-Star break, I'll be liking where we're sitting and our chances for the rest of the season. Like I said, there's like 3 baseball games on the day. None of them that I'm really interested in. I might check out a little bit of the Cubs game just because my girlfriend's a big Cubs fan, so I might watch some of the game with her here later. But I'm ready for the Reds to play again tomorrow. But all right, we talked enough baseball for a minute. Let's talk this. What the big talk over the weekend was, and that was last night. You had Logan Paul, YouTuber, fighting Floyd Mayweather, who a lot of people consider the greatest boxer ever. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the undercard of that. In the first fight of the main card last night, you had Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. He made his pro boxing debut, and I'll tell you what, I give you my props, Ocho Cinco, because you impressed me, dude. He didn't look bad. I actually thought that he won the first round, might have won the second round. Ended up getting knocked down in the last round. But I mean, it wasn't like he was getting destroyed. He was hitting some jabs. He got caught with the right hook there in the last round, got knocked down, got right back up, and that was an exhibition fight. Ended up going to all 6, I think it was 6 rounds. But the fight of the night on that card was Aries versus Hurd. Hurd was a former champion, and he's ranked number 3rd ranked fighter at 154. And Aries took it to him. He ended up winning by a split decision, but I thought it should be a unanimous decision. I had, I think it was a 10-round fight. I had Aries winning 8 of the rounds. Then in the co-main event, you had Budko Jack. He looked good, but he was just too much for. It was a Venezuelan guy, Catalina. He took the fight on a week's notice because something happened to the guy that Budko Jack was supposed to fight. So this Venezuelan dude stepped in on a week notice, but he was just overwhelmed. He kept trying to tie him up. At one point, he had 2 underhooks on Budko Jack, picked him up off his fucking feet, got warned by the ref, lost 2 points. If he held any more, he was going to get disqualified. It was an ugly fight. He was just overwhelmed. And then the main event, you had Logan Paul and Mayweather. And I'll be honest, it was about what I expected. There wasn't no. I mean, Mayweather does what he does. He don't get hit, and he hits you with some punches, but he ain't gonna knock you out. The exhibition fight went all 8 rounds. Paul looked a little better than what I thought he did. He done a pretty good job there in the first couple rounds of keeping Floyd at a distance. He was using his jab, keeping Floyd on the outside, and he was having a little bit of success. But as soon as Floyd got on the inside, Floyd started hitting him in the body. You could see Paul starting to tire. But I mean, overall, you gotta give Logan Paul a little respect. I mean, I don't consider him a fucking boxer, but he did go in there and basically a sparring session, sparred 8 rounds. It was a glorified sparring session, basically. He went in there and basically sparred with Mayweather for 8 rounds in front of fucking millions of people. Guarantee you the buy done great because I heard that the Showtime servers was overwhelmed with all the people getting on there. There was some of it that was entertaining. I actually enjoyed the Ocho Cinco and the Aries fight more than I did Logan Paul and Mayweather fight. It was just because it was what you knew it was going to be. You knew Mayweather was going to control it, basically do what he wanted. He did hit. Paul took some pretty good shots over. Mayweather hit him with a couple real nice right hands, but Paul, like I said, Paul was able to survive the 8 rounds. One thing they need to do, they need to quit doing these boxing events outside. It was raining, then the canvas got slipped. That fight, the Aries and Hurd fight, there was a couple times he slipped. One time they called it a knockdown it looked like it was a slip, and then at the end they called one and slipped that I felt was a knockdown. It might have, and that could would have helped Hurd, which I thought, like I said, I thought Hurd lost the fight anyway. But you had some people that, like the guy that had a split decision. If you call that last one a knockdown, and instead of a slip, you know what I mean? Hurd might have won that fight. Now, in my opinion, that wouldn't have been enough to win the fight. He lost 8. I had him winning 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds of that fight. So that knockdown wasn't going to make him win. But the first knockdown shouldn't have counted as a knockdown either. But Aries stayed busy. Aries was hitting him. Aries was having a lot of success getting inside, hitting him with left and rights to the body, and then coming over with that overhand right and hitting him. I mean, he hit him right there in the side of the face, the eye and the chin. Oh, fuck. He probably caught him with 10, 15 of those overhand rights, getting in there inside in the body and then coming up. Hurd had some power. Hurt him a couple times. And like I said, there was a couple times they called slips that might have been knockdowns and then it worked the other way. They need to do these events indoors so you don't have to worry about that. One of them guys could have slipped and really got hurt. Then you're fucked. Then you're in trouble. Somebody gets hurt like that. So I think they need to start doing these shows indoors again. But I'll tell you what, though, it's nice to see fans again. There was quite a few fans there. They had them spread out pretty good, which is understandable. But at least it's nice seeing fans again. Just like at Madison Square Garden, seeing all the fans right down at the court again. But the fans need to start fucking calming down, quit fucking throwing shit at players and doing stupid shit. Hey, you're there to enjoy the game. If you're gonna do that stupid shit, don't fucking go. Because real fans don't want shit run because of fucking dumbasses like you doing stupid shit. But anyway, and then tonight, Bruins play the Islanders in hockey. That series is tied 2-2, and that TD Garden's going to be fucking rocking tonight. It was rocking last week when they played there. I like the Bruins tonight. Before we get out of here, don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We've been giving out winners. If you missed the show, you can also find it in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker Cast, Pocket Cast, Easy Money. So if you missed the show, you can find it on you can watch it on YouTube. If you just want the audio version, you can find it on the podcast networks. Also, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. we're live with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's our sports talk show. If you missed that and you just want to listen to the audio version, you can find it on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Breaker Cast, Pocket Cast. Also, you check out our YouTube page. We appreciate you watching, whether you're watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. We like all the platforms to have people on there, but check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of content on there. We played some of the clips for you during the breaks today. Jump on our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell. That way you get notifications when we go live. Follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez or at Gonzalez Sports. We appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully today's a good Monday. Get your week started off right. Enjoy a couple NBA games tonight. We're also looking to get a couple intro songs made for our shows. One for this show, GSR, and one for Easy Money. If you have any songs that you want played, hey, send us some copyright-free music. We'll play it for you. We'll give you a shout-out. Try to help get your music out there. So, you want to make us an intro song? Send it to us either at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or send it or DM me on Twitter. However, send it to us. Hey, if we like it, we'll play it. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you guys Wednesday morning. Peace.
It's just in, more doing, less discussion. Killing every single beat I'm touching. Sick with it, need a Robitussin. Moving fast, but I'm never rushing. Damn boy, it's really other son. Say you poppin', but I know you wasn't. Not my brother and you not my cousin. Yeah, nah, we never buddy. I like to drink to my bitch and pussy. Money got me feeling lovey-dovey. I say a prayer to the God above me. Tell him I'm back, yeah. I gotta stay in my zone, man. Maybe I'll come with the dogs, yeah. Maybe I'll do it alone, yeah. Either way, I get what's sold to me. Never believe what's told to me. City don't like I hold the key. We can't link, I got goals to meet. Yeah, that's facts. Put the island on my back. Grind cause we gotta eat, yeah. We the ones they wanna see, man. With the mob, talk that talk, shake a piece, yeah. Feel so big, talking Papa, Sean and Meech. We had some pride, put it aside. Cutting the pie, with all the guys, yeah. Made mistakes and then I made up my mind. What other side? I gotta grind, yeah. I gotta grind, I gotta grind, I gotta grind, I gotta grind, yeah. All of the time, yeah. 24/7, 365. Gotta get mine, stay on my grind, yeah.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
That'd probably take her.
Stoner thoughts. Happy 420. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Stoner thoughts buzzing up my brain. Wondering if I'll make it or am I going insane? And then everybody they tell me I should stay in my lane, but my best is yet to come, so I swear to God I'ma stay. Yeah, baby. Hit me up with them facts. Tell me that you gon' love me and never gon' hold me back. Cause I swear to God the bitches who do that shit to me whack. Who gon' treat me like I'm special,